After the floods of 2010, Minister Prut Basin Department of Water Resources has started implementation of a new automated system which is monitoring the water levels in the rivers. For 2 years, there was commissioned the first phase of a computer system with standalone instrumentation. The project is implemented under the joint operational program Romania-Ukraine Republic of Moldova in 2007-2013. At a meeting with Romanian partners were present experts in hydrology, ecology, meteorological observations. The project is under the supervision of the Ministry of Environment, Water and Forests of Romania, and the beneficiary of the project is Черемош Regional State Administration. The project extends to the borders of Prut and Sірет river basins in Ukraine, Romania and Moldova. Partners of 3 countries act in common priorities of the European Union strategy for the Danube region and in accordance with the Carpathian Convention. The project contributes to the existing association agreements of European Union with Ukraine and Moldova. Ukrainian performers administer Prut Water Resources, Черемош Center for Hydrometeorology and State Scientific and Technical Center, Ecoresource. Romanian delegation was headed by Ms. Olimpia Negru, Secretary of State for Waters within the Ministry of Environment, Waters and Forests of Romania, and Silvia Neamțu, the representative of Ministry of Environment, Waters and Forests of Romania. In total, project prevention and protection against flooding in the upper basins of the rivers Sірет and Prut by implementing a modern system of automatic monitoring stations is AVERT MIS ETC 966, united 8 partners that perform common tasks. 4 partners in Romania, 1 in Moldova, and 3 partners in Ukraine, Черемош region. Most of the European Union grant funds directed at improving the technical infrastructure for Ukraine and Moldova. It was very important for us to get funding for that project because there were massive floods on the Sірет River and on the River Prut for a long time. So the main purpose of the economic and social damage to the bordering areas of this great region. Meeting of the partners of the project prevention and protection against flooding in the upper basins of the rivers Sірет and Prut by implementing a modern system of automatic monitoring stations is AVERT MIS ETC 966 continues to work in the Control Prognostic Center, Mr. Prut Basin Water Resources. Here, on a large monitor, you can see the information which comes from hydroposts on River Prut, Sірет and Черемош. This is information available to Ukrainian, Romanian and Moldovan professionals. It is in Ukraine, Ivano-Frankivsk and Черемош regions where there are signs of the rivers that goes to Romania and Moldova. Neighbors badly need information about water levels in rivers in the Ukrainian Carpathians to react to danger. As part of our project, we had to support the Ukrainian side with the aim of arranging automatic hydroposts so then to have the data. After all, everyone knows that floods are boundless. Therefore, the information on the water level is very important for 3 countries, where it is transmitted in real time. The main objectives for creating a geographic information system are the analysis of the area, studies that identify areas with potentially high levels of flooding, creation of the project location and data management system, creating a detailed summary DTM areas of research based on the results of environmental studies and the data of 2014 aerial photography. By means of GIS tools will be developed. visualization of the hydrological modeling, risk assessment and mapping of risks from possible flooding, create portals for information exchange which is actually already in force. The researchers modeled the water level rise by 8 meters, and the maps show that the territory would be underwater in case of flooding. As a result of research identified in 12 of areas, but there are areas in the border area which are not fully understood, because you have to operate with data from territories of 3 countries, Ukraine, Romania and Moldova. In frames of the project, there were built 24 automatic stations in Ivano-Frankivsk and Chernivtsi region, which will measure water level, quantity of precipitations and water consumption. On the territory of Ukraine, there were made 24 automatic stations of collecting and serving the information, and 2 stations were made on the border with Romania and Republic of Moldova on the reservoir Stânca-Costești that let us develop the whole system which will prevent emergency situations, especially flooding situations in 3 countries. Earlier in February 2016, there was held the 3rd meeting of partners of the European project Prevention and Protection Against Flooding in the upper basins of the rivers Sірет and Prut. By implementing a modern system of automatic monitoring stations, AVERT MIS ADC 966. Features of the European project execution, AVERT discusses during the joint conference of 3 partners in the Romanian city of Suceava. 2 days experts reported on their research work that is done, at the request of the agreements reached earlier. The project itself, according experts, is not easy, for the first time realized in Ukraine, and has far-reaching prospects, even in the face of economic development. It is already clear that the investment attractiveness depends on the security component and projections.